and wants to change the narrative. How do you see it?
Well, I'd be frustrated too if I were faced with this wall of propaganda every single day, and if I were faced with these recalcitrant Democrats in Minnesota who simply won't cooperate with the federal government. All over this country, states and cities all over the country, you have cooperation going on between the locals and the federal government. You don't see any chaos. You see very orderly transitions of illegal aliens into federal custody. They go into deportation. It works just fine. The only difference in Minnesota is you have Walz and Frey and Flanagan and the rest of these local Democrats who don't want to cooperate. They think that Minnesota somehow should exist in, I guess, some state of secession where federal laws don't apply to people inside the state of Minnesota. It is causing chaos, and if I were the president, I would be frustrated about that too because, you know, narratives aside, he's the chief law enforcement officer of the United States, and he has to enforce the law in all 50 states.
Can I just say, trying to tell people that the images that they're seeing on camera is a wall of propaganda is not a winning strategy. People can see with their own eyes. ICE engaging.
You're saying images aren't used for propaganda?
ICE engaging in behavior. We've all seen the footage of the ICE agent shooting the mother in the head 2 weeks ago. That is the backdrop behind which people are filtering in information about
And we saw her
ICE
hit him with the car as well.
No, actually, we did not.
We did.
If you watched the video.
We did see it.
What makes Scott's argument fall apart is that it treats public reaction like it's some media illusion, when in reality it's being driven by documented patterns that predate this Minnesota fight entirely. Over the last few years, ICE's own Inspector General has repeatedly flagged the agency for poor use of force reporting, inconsistent training standards, and failures to discipline agents involved in violent incidents. That's not Democratic propaganda. That's internal federal oversight saying something is broken. And Minnesota isn't some rogue outlier either. Local non-cooperation policies exist in dozens of states and cities because courts have consistently ruled that ICE detainers are requests, not mandates. Federal judges across multiple circuits have found that holding people without warrants exposes local governments to civil rights liability. So when cities refuse to play along, it's often because they've already paid out millions in settlements for